Hello guys, this is Chemicat, and this is a new game. It's called Rogue Legacy. I have played it before, but I really enjoy it, so I decided that I'd try to do an LP of it. I hope you guys enjoy, and this is the tutorial. I happen to know that none of the gold that I pick up here is worth anything later because I can't use it. And I think... Oh, this is a drumstick. It heals you life, as you can see there. And I don't know. I really like this game. It's an interesting game. It's kind of similar to Castlevania, I suppose, in some aspects. It's completely different in others. It's got a very expandable castle. I don't know. I just really enjoy this game. The music's good. The graphics aren't like high definition, but I like them. They're kind of endearing in their own way. And you know, personally, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this room. I think that both the knights over here and the demons or monsters over here are both going for whatever this is. But I'm not entirely sure. And I'm sorry, King, but your reign has come to an end. Right, so I've had some trouble updating this game, so I'm going to play it in version 1.0.13. Currently there is a version 1.2, but when I bought the game, it gave me a 1.0.1. And then I updated it as far as I could, and this is what we're left with. So, this is the character. We start out with a, what is this, a knight, I think? Let's see. Sir Lee, level 0 knight, 100% base stats, yada yada. No enchantments, no equipment. Yeah. So this is the training dummy. And up at the top you can see what he's saying. Stop it, that tickled, the pain, oof. Okay, that one hurt. It hurt so much. That all you got. Stuff like that. To mana this way, we can't buy anything. You can see up in the top left, I'm a level 0, health, mana, and then money. I have 0, so the little money that I picked up in the tutorial I can't use. The castles are procedurally generated every time I enter, and you cannot leave when you get in. Everyone has a spell. Mine are daggers, as you'll see in a second, whenever I decide to use them. Okay, breaking stuff in this game drops money, mana, regeneration, health regeneration, items. You don't regenerate life naturally, so if you take a hit, you're stuck with it. Tab opens up the map, as it says up here, and here we go. Prince's Journal, journal entry number 1. Treason, an assassin has wounded my father the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hampson. This cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. This is not actually us that is saying it, it's a prince that we are following in the footsteps. Okay, so one of the, I don't know, disappointing things I guess about playing this game before, I know the attack patterns of everything, so I guess it won't be as interesting, but I hope that it's still fun and enjoyable for everyone. You can downstrike boxes and stuff, as you can see me doing here. And the game is covered, or it's split into 4 different areas for the main castle. There's the main castle that we're in right now, then to the right there is a forest, and then upwards there is a tower, and downwards there is, it's called the Darkness. I'm sure you all know what that's actually referencing. It's kind of a dungeony area, and these guys are kind of boring with their attack. They don't hurt at all. Well, they do hurt, they're really easy to dodge. And personally, I try to break everything, just because I like getting as much money as possible. That's a chest. They just spew out a lot of money. Or there's these blueprint things that you can get to buy armor that are stat increases to your character. So there's armor that lowers the damage that you take. Some armor gives you more health, some takes it away. Just stuff like that. This is a fairy chest. As you can see in the right side of the screen, fairy chest objective, defeat all enemies. There's a spell that's an axe that throws in an arc, kind of like how I'm jumping right now, and then it would fall on the head of the skeleton down there, and you could kill him that way, and then you could unlock the chest. Unlocking the chest brings about a rune that you can purchase, and some of them give you a double jump, some of them let you sprint, stuff like that. Now, this painting, as you can see, it's shaking and has a blacker border around it. That means that it's actually a monster called a Doombus, as you can see right there. And it spins around in circles. Hopefully it'll come back. Yeah, there it is. And dead. They're not too intimidating, but sometimes you don't realize that a painting that you're looking at is actually a Doombus, and they'll get you that way. This one right here is not a Doombus. It has no black border and it's not shaking. So that generally I determine if it's a Doombus if it's got a black border, and you can sometimes rush them like that to just two-shot them. Well, you always two-shot them. What I mean to say is you can kill them before they get enough time to escape away from you. And what I ate just then, you saw earlier. Oh, 15 damage. Darn. And another. That's not going so well. It regains 10 life when I eat one. In this situation, it probably would have been better just to save the health, although I didn't actually intend to pick it up, because then I could be at 80 health instead of the 70 that I am. But you know, stuff happens. So, and I'm going to try to do this somewhat quickly. I know this game can get quite grindy at times. By grindy, if you don't understand what I'm meaning, it's... Oh, that wasn't good. By grindy, I mean to progress further in the game, it requires a lot of just time sink, not especially exciting work, basically. And it's still fun, it's just not as interesting for YouTube comment, or for YouTube. And those guys are kind of stuck, but as you saw there, the beam shot through, and this one probably will. They kind of glitch through some of the walls sometime. So, you just have to be on the lookout for that. I think I'm going to kind of keep this, this LP as more of a tutorial slash just me having fun let's play. It's not going to be a very serious one like the Inferno Mines playthrough that I'm doing currently as well. However, I think it'll still be fun. So here's the second journal entry. Although I'm the eldest child, I am not my father's favorite. I have always known he planned to leave me with nothing. But if I find the cure, everything will change. The victor will earn nothing less than the throne upon his passing. Upon my ascension, my wife and my children shall move back into the royal quarters, back to the royal city, where we will once again be treated with the respect we deserve. No longer will we stand for the gossip and petty slander of my cousins. The other dukes shall bow to us as we pass, but I am getting ahead of myself. I must keep my priorities clear, conquer the castle, find the cure, collect my reward. I'm going to try to keep this somewhat spoiler-free, however, I might slip up on occasion. Don't hold it against me if I do. And these things you can actually knock out if you have a rune called Retribution, which deals damage to anything that gave you damage. So it's like thorns from Minecraft, basically, if you know what that is. And there are some runes that they're called vampire runes or vampiric, I can't remember which, it's been a while since I played. And those let you gain health back whenever you kill a monster, but you lose some max health, so they're kind of a win-lose situation. Journal entry number 3. I have paid my dues and entered the castle proper. That devil Charon has taken all that I own as payment. He has even pilfered my private coffers. I have left my wife and children something. I accidentally pressed a button. Whoops. He says it's the prince for any and all who hazard the depths of the castle. He says it is fair. It is fair because of all who have entered, not have returned, but I will change that. I will be victorious. There is no greater swordsman than I, even amongst my siblings. Oh, dude. That's not very nice. I'll show you up. Just watch. Wow, I actually made it through that without dying. Alright, this is kind of a special chest. Most of the time they drop blueprints like this one, the Squire chestplate. I can't remember the stats of it right off the top of my head, but it's better than nothing. It'll probably be like 500 gold or something once we have the blacksmith unlocked. Very just objective, defeat all enemies. Okay, so this is a room that we can actually accomplish, hopefully. They're normally... Oh, that was not very smart of me. They're normally pretty filled with enemies, lots of them, which is why you get a rune for defeating the room, I suppose. Maybe we can get a twofer here. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, there's 3 of those eyes. Gotta knock them down to size. Don't take another hit, please. Ah, I was hoping to take the eye out there. Tight. There we go. Alright. And sometimes you can just kind of knock them around like that from beneath them if you have the chance. These Grey Knights, they actually deal quite a bit of damage. I haven't been hit by one of them yet, but they hurt quite a bit. So I'm going to try to keep the no hits from them going. So in the right it says objective complete and it's kind of flashing, so now we can open up this fairy chest and see what we get. Rune found, Grace Rune Sword. Grace Runes will lower the difficulty of the monsters so that you can get through some areas more easily. However, you also lose some of the money that drops from them. Whoa. Okay. And it seems that I'm now into the area where the stuff is taking 2 hits to kill. They have a health bar up at the top, and that helps considerably when trying to figure out how much health they have. Oh, nope. Darn. I never really understood that. The skeletons, you take contact damage, and they throw bones at you. I don't know, I would think that ranged enemies would deal ranged damage only, and melee damage, or melee enemies would only deal melee, but oh well. It's not too big of a deal. This is a somewhat good run. Oh, what I just picked up there was a mana potion, I guess, which heals some mana. Again, just like the health, mana does not regenerate. And I'm going to use a dagger here, so I'm just going to drop down and then boop. So you saw the dagger just hit him square in the face and he died. So it's basically a melee attack, but different spells have different properties. Like the axe that I was talking about earlier, it has kind of an arc. Let's see, where else can we go? I think I'm gonna go down. That will probably be the easiest to get to. Of course, getting back up may not be all that easy. Look at that. Oh, this was what I was afraid of. Okay, so this room signifies that the next area is down this way, like this. So this is the darkness, and I'm gonna get it. Oh, that was close. And all the time in these rooms, there's always mana on the right and health on the left. They also come with a teleporter, which I'm going to use just to show it off. This will take me back to the main room, because that's where the other teleporter is. And here we are. Oh, I should have mentioned, with this door, as you can see, there's 4 symbols that feed into a larger symbol. Basically, this eye-looking thing is the first boss, this is the second boss, this is the third, and this is the fourth. And when you beat them all, the door opens and you can go and fight the 4th boss. So, hold on, where else? I don't want to be on spikes when I open up my tab. I can't remember if it pauses. Okay, it does. We need to go to the right and then into that big room. I can't remember if I cleared it out. I hope so. That would be kind of silly of me not to. Oh, yeah, it's this room. Okay. And then just to the right. Cool. Oh. And there's a lot of somewhat trapped rooms like this one. I don't know if it's really a trap room per se. Oh, that's a doomscape. Okay. I'm out. As you saw, I just shot some fireballs there. They're also much harder to fight. More health. They hit harder. That sort of thing. Okay, so this is a shrine. Spiritual shrine. Will you pray for assistance? Sure. Okay, I got the Hermes boots. And for the longest time, I had no idea what those did. They allow you to run on vertical spikes without taking any damage. Just the big white spikes, not the ones that shoot up into your feet. Oh, that Doomfist is going to take 3 hits. Now, the room that we just left from, this is the boss room. And, well, let's see. I might, you know what, let's just give the boss a try. I probably won't be able to defeat it at how low of, ow, oh, okay, yeah, no, never mind, we're not doing the boss yet. I'm gonna go around and see if I can recover some health. As you saw, that Grey Knight hit me for 40, what was it, 48? Yeah, 48 damage. So, you'll want to avoid them as much as possible. And I think the boss will hit us for much the same amount. Let's just use our mana to knock this guy out. And I really wish we had some vampiric? I'm gonna say vampiric. I can't remember if it's vampire or vampiric, but we'll just go with that. Okay, so this is the boss room. We're at 39 health. Let's just give it a shot. Alright, so here we go. And it's a giant eyeball, as you can see there. I have no runes to help me with it. I know a double jump rune is quite useful here. He has 2 main attack patterns. This one, which you see quite a lot, and another sort of spiraling pattern that is much harder to dodge. Oh. Okay. So just jump. There. Good. He's a level 30. He's lots of damage. His attacks are fairly easy to avoid, but then again, if he hits us once, we die. So, at this point, as you progress, every character is a little bit stronger than the previous one. So, that's always... Okay, so this is the spinning attack that I was talking about. To get over this, you have to down strike, and then you get over. That was actually really, really, really lucky and close on my part. But I'm glad I made it. Alright, and... oh, now we're going the other way. So let's see if I can do it again. Yes. I'm not very good at the down strikes in this game. Oh! Ah, and there we go. Very first hit took us out. He did 43 damage, so maybe if we had gone around for a little bit more health, we would have lived. But all in all, I'd say that was a fairly successful first run. I mean, we are a level 0, he was a level 30. Alright, Sir Lee has been slain by Kadir. I don't really know how to say his name, but I'm going to call it Kadir or Kiter or however the mood strikes me, really. And his parting words: the forest is always to the right side of the castle. Yep. And the forest is the second area of the game. The tower is the third, and the dungeon is the fourth. Okay, so once you die, you can scroll back to see your ancestors. Johannes, the legendary knight, he was actually before us. So, Johannes, and then the first playable character, Sir Lee. And then we can choose Lady Stephanie, the knight, who has Coprolalia and Savant. Savant switches your spells around. Whenever you use one, it switches, or every other, something like that. It gets quite confusing to make sure that you have the proper spells on. Coprolalia just makes you basically swear every time you get hit without actually swearing. So this is the... it also has Conflux as the spell, which shoots out 4 balls that bounce around in the room. This This is a knight, just the same class that we had. I don't think we have any others unlocked. Oh, we have the mage unlocked as well. Anyways, so this knight has EDS, which makes you very flexible, as it says in the flavor text there. Basically, in mid-swing, you can swing around to the left and hit something on your right and your left at the same time. It's difficult but cool. And the axe is the arcing motion. This is a mage, has PAD. The trait is PAD, which makes it so those spikes that as soon as you step on them, shoot out, that won't happen at all. They just won't spit out. But this guy has severely decreased health, so I think I'm going to go with Lady Chun-Li, or Chun-Li, or I don't know how to pronounce that. Somebody will probably fix me in the comments. Alright, so Smithy. Unlock the Smithy and gain access to fat loot. Yes, we now have access to fat loot. The blacksmith can build the finest equipment in the world, turning you into veritably virtuous, violent villain vaporizer. Gathering blueprints will give him an even wider array of assorted armaments for your armory. And that lets us get mana up and health up. I want to get a health up because I happen to know how the tree goes, and yeah. So upgrade Knight turns your knights into paladins, a ferocious forefront fighter. Press I to block all incoming damage. And I is something that I've remapped. It's normally on some other button. I don't really know. Can't remember exactly how it is. Class upgraded. Promote your knights into paladins. Through rigorous training, paladins have learned how to block blows from any direction. Equip up. Upgrading your carry capacity will allow you to wear better and heavier armor. So we can carry 50 weight right now. Every time you put an armor piece on, it takes up a little bit more of your weight. And using this stat increase, you can have it so that you can wear better armor, because the better the armor, the heavier it is. So we'll put a point into that. And doing so allows us to unlock both the Enchantress, unlock the Enchantress and gain access to our magical runes and powers, and the Architect. Unlock the Architect and gain the powers to lock down the castle. I'm going to do them both because they're major upgrades on the path of the castle. So, Enchantress unlocked. The Enchantress can empower your body with magical runes, making you better, stronger, faster, jumpier. Find runes to increase her repertoire of body-modifying talents. Her crystal ball is just for show. She's a poser. No, she does have runes, and that unlocks upgrading the mage and magic damage. And the Architect, which is next, locking down the castle. Well, I'll just read this. The Architect can lock a castle down and prevent it from changing. Like the layout of a castle, lock it down. Just make sure you can afford his fees. And his fees are that he takes 40% of the gold that you make, or 30% or something like that. Alright, upgrade Barbarian. Become a Barbarian King, the King of Freemen. That makes no sense. Press I to cast an epic shout that knocks virtually anything away. It's also a Skyrim reference once we get there. Attack up. A proper gym will allow you to really strengthen your arms and butt muscles. Yep. And now the upgrades are starting to get more expensive, so what I'm going to do is actually come and show you all of these merchants, I guess. So this is the Architect, this is the Enchantress, this is the Smithy, and welcome, hero. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever. Ever. At a price, of course. Well, of course, you couldn't just sell something for free. That would be too nice. So the Squire's sword he comes with automatically. The Squire helm he comes with automatically. Or, well, actually, I can't remember. I know we got one piece of the Squire armor. I don't actually know what bit it was. It might have been the chest piece. I'm not sure. So you can see the limbs add 5 magic if I buy them for 200. The chest adds 9 armor. The helmet adds 20 health and 5 mana. And the sword adds 7 damage. But before I buy anything, I'm going to talk to the Enchantress as well. Hello, hero. Could I borrow your ear for a moment? I'm in need of your help. I used to be a very powerful enchantress, but one day the monsters of this castle invaded my dreams and stole my knowledge. They encased that knowledge in runes, and without those runes, I suck at my job. Please, hero, if you find any runes, bring them back to me, and then I'll sell it back to you at a profit. How nice. Alright, so she comes with the sprint rune for the sword. That's the one that we unlocked, the Grace rune. She also comes with a vault rune for the helmet, which I am going to purchase because I like double jumps. And I'm also going to buy the sprint rune for the sword because I like sprinting. Now, what this does is double jump's pretty self-explanatory, as you can see, just a double jump, and then sprinting, I can press E or Q, and I will sprint from side to side, as you can see there. And you can do it in mid-air, you can sprint backwards, yeah, so now it's also faster than just walking around. From here, I think I'm going to upgrade the Barbarian. And class upgraded, convert your Barbarians into Barbarian Kings, learn the secret shouts of the bears, and shout at things until they explode. That unlocks Shinobi, the fleetest of fighters. Yes, I really do like the Shinobis early on in the game. And then I'm going to buy... let's see. Can't buy the chest, so I'll buy the sword instead. And you can see the sword changed. If I go into here, I can actually take it off. You can see the slight change in color as I'm switching them back and forth. Yeah, so that's the sword. Now I do 32. So yeah, and this guy, I wonder, can we talk to him? Greetings, boy. Want to know a cool fact? I'm crazy. Yeah, fair point. This lever here, with a simple pull, I can prevent the castle from changing. This way, you can go through exactly what your ancestors went through. Impressed? You should be. How did I build this fantastic contraption? With science, of course, and magic. Mostly magic. But my skills aren't free. If I lock this castle, I will take 40% of all the gold you earn. So it was 40%. Do you want to lock the castle? No, not at this point, because early on in the game, I find it more fortuitous, I guess, to keep the castle unlocked and just go for some money. Go for the first boss or two if you can, and then lock it once you get into the harder areas that you need to progress through the castles, a room at a time, and then sometimes you even go through only one room before you die with the character. That doesn't happen often, but there are some rooms that are very hard to beat. Is this the flexible one? Special Guardian Shields, EDS, you turn while fighting. Yeah, so as you can see here, if I'm facing right and then I attack, then I can face left, and I can just kind of bounce it back and forth. And you can see how the sword kind of dances down on both sides every now and then. So that's how that works. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it an episode here. It's kind of a long first episode, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. We will figure out what happens with Lady Chun-Li next time. And until then, I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.